What's up, y'all? I'm about to get this countdown counting. Here we go. What's up? What's up? And what's up, people? Yes, indeed. Tonight it is going down, okay? Yes, stuck at a green light. Here we go. Here we go. So, stuck at a green light goes two ways, okay? We're going to look at our culture in the mirror. It is time to reflect on how the Black and Brown community move with each other. And, it's some stereotypes that we need to kick down to the ground. You know what I'm saying? The other way stuck at a green light goes is that we all literally have experienced how it feels to be stuck at a green light. So are you frustrated? Are you mad? Or are you praying? Are you just manifesting those wonderful things up ahead? Okay, so we're going to dive into the juice. Yes, tonight in cyberspace with your girl forever, I have the wonderful Imp the Great. Okay, yes. So I'm going to give people some time to come on in. Come on in. Facebook Live, YouTube Live. It's going down on Stuck at a Green Light. Okay, so first, you know the drill. You know the deal. It is about that time to get that drink. It could be juice, water, vodka, Henny. Hey, whatever floats your boat. It is Mayhem Monday and it's going down. All right, get your smoke. Time to turn the speakers up. I'm about to play a bomb single by your boy Imp the Great. Okay, so groove with me, chill with me. It is going down on Stuck at a Green Light. Let's get it tonight. We are talking about the COVID-19 vaccines. Do you trust it or not? So we're going to talk a little bit about the vaccine and we're going to get it popping, non-stopping. So I'm about to start tonight off. Yes, indeed. It is going down right about now on Stuck at a Green Light. Right now, turn your speakers up, get the homies, share if you care, comment, join the conversation. It is going down tonight. So here we go. Right now, I am going to play Maintenance Man. I wonder what that is about. And we're going to groove. You know what I'm saying? So turn them speakers up. It is time to go down. She a hot mama, I'm a piranha, eat the Wu-Tang. Get it, come on. She gon' come calmer. As many times, God bless many times. Get it. When the word said, she on the California king with a leg spread. In the wet spot, in the tank top. Giving headshots, make it to the curb. On the headboard, leave my pounds. Man, let's go. Make the bed squeak till it got rhythm. Fresh out of bubble gum. I'm your wet dream. What's up, my y'all up in the building? COD. Hey, Walk's in the building. It's going down. Turn them speakers up. Come on. What? My service plan. Money back guaranteed. You gon' breathe again. You won't tell just call me when you leave again. Yeah. They call me the maintenance man. I did your boss is running mine. Check my service plan. Money back guaranteed. You gon' breathe again. You wanna tell just call me when you
he leave again. We in the hot sauna, smoking marijuana, drinking Hennessy, fucking endlessly, perfect chemistry. She for Tennessee,
my kind of song.
You like my six pack and how I hit that. Now tell your girlfriend, and yo, he did that. We make it boom back, now make your ass clap. Hoop earrings, sound like the hi-hat. We making music, but don't confuse it. That platinum credit card, I'm gonna abuse it. I'm about to feel
Let's
good.
get it popping right now. Stuck in the green light.
Come get this maintenance.
I got Imp The Great
behind you
and cyberspace with your girl. Hey.
The Little Mermaid.
Oh. You know what? We're going to do this again because your girl is touching buttons. Okay? We can't have that. We're going to groove all through this. Yes, on a repeat. Here we go. Hey! Come on, share if you care. We partying over here. Hey, stuck in the green light.
In the wet spot, in the tank top, looking like a centerfold, giving headshots. Make your toes curl up over the headboard. Lose about 5 pounds, never ignored. Make the band squeak till it got rhythm. Fresh out of bubble gum, this is what I keep on. I'm your whipped cream, chocolate ice cream, dripping down your lips, a little on your hips, a little on your face, a little on your tits. Girl, it's illegal in this state, but we doing this. Yeah. They call me the maintenance man. I did your boss is running mine. Check my service plan. You wanna tell me when he leave again? Yeah. They call me the maintenance man. I did your boss is running mine. Check my service plan. Money back, guarantee, or breathe again. You wanna tell? Just call me when he leave again. We in the hot sauna, smoking marijuana.
What's up, Tasha? Hey. Tasha's up in cyberspace with your girl. Hey.
And how I hit that.
We getting it in on Stuck in the Green Light tonight.
We make it boom back. Now make your ass clap. Hoop earrings, sound like the hi-hat. We make it music, but don't confuse it. That platinum credit card, I'm gonna abuse it. I'm about to feel good, and you my patient. You need a tune-up. Come get this maintenance. I wanna dine you, to get behind you. Ice reflecting in the mirror, I was blind you. And if I didn't cut, you got pissed. The little man, like dead fish. Yeah. They call me the maintenance man.
Hey, I got it now.
Guarantee you gon' breathe again. You wanna tell? Just call me when they leave again. Yeah. They call me the maintenance man. I get your phone
Stuck in the green light.
My service plan. Money back guarantee.
It's going down.
Again. You wanna
with your girl.
Your chickens in heat. The dogs is unleashed. I'm never handling
Imp The Great.
She chose me, froze me. With them Jacob Jews. And
that's right, Tasha. Let's join the conversation.
Do I love you? I wish I could, love. I blow your back out. This with the Mac bout. Only your heart broke. Or ass out. I like big girls. I like small ones. I like short girls. I like tall ones.
Tell them.
Girls. They got fun.
We're gonna have some fun tonight on Stuck in the Green Light. Let's get it.
After you call out my name, I get it all out. We playing 6 games in the fast lane. What you know about doing 60? What you giving your brains? Yeah.
He making me want to call somebody tonight on this Mayhem Monday. It's time to get it in. Hey.
Tell just call me when they leave again. Yeah. They call me the maintenance man.
Is that right?
Yeah. Guarantee you won't breathe again. You wanna tell just call me when they leave again. Yeah. Maintenance man.
What?
Yeah.
Hey.
Come in. That's my maintenance man right there.
What?
No, that's my number right there.
Maintenance. Ooh, I like that maintenance man.
Hey, sweetheart,
Can you fix it up? Can you fix it?
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, come on.
Bad music, y'all.
Turn them speakers up. Let's. Yes, the fire is lit. Liddy, you feel me? That's right, Lofton. And if I say anybody names wrong, please forgive your girl and correct your girl up in the comments. But yes, it is definitely fire. Ooh, wait! I am feeling the heat. It is going down right now. I've got the talented Imp the Great. If you check it out at the bottom of the screen, that is the name of the song. If you liked it, then you play it again and you play it again. You know what I'm saying? Welcome, welcome. Thank you, everybody, for tuning on in to Stuck at a Green Light Live. Yes, indeed. We are talking about the vaccines. There has been several vaccines on my immunization report. So what vaccines am I concerned about today? Oh yes, I am concerned about the COVID-19 vaccines, and we're going to get in and dive into the juice. But first, I have to and must introduce the wonderful, wonderful, talented Imp the Great. Hey, what's going on?
Oh, just chilling tonight. Just chilling. Looking forward to this interview and the music. I love the Maintenance Man song. That was a great song. Thank you.
Yes. What was you thinking about when you did that song? I'm saying.
The ladies.
Absolutely. Well, welcome. So how you feeling right now? How it feel right now being on Stuck at a Green Light with your girl forever?
I'm enjoying it. I'm trying to see how I type and communicate with the people, because if I go to comments, I see it's a few people in, and I'm trying to see if I can comment to them.
Mm-hmm. So, are you? Huh?
I was saying, how's everybody doing out there tonight?
That's what's said. That's what's said. That's what about. That's what it's about. They chilling right now. You know what I'm saying? They in tune. We're about to get it on. You know what I'm saying? Because we up in the zone. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm repping for the Hip Hop Clan, Rifleman Hip Hop Clan. Rest in peace, DJ True. I'm repping for my man Mike Anon from Freestyle Fellowship. So I got this independent gear. Y'all support the local artists. Support the rappers over 30. Yeah,
rappers over 30.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I can't wait to dive up into the juice, because you already know your girl was on the show, Rappers Over 30, and you better know. Okay. So we're going to dive up into the juice, and I am so excited. That's what's up. That's what's up. Looking at the comments, commenting. So, of course, you know, there's always some technical difficulties that seem to want to seep sometimes, right? So, we're just going to keep it moving and keep it pushing and keep it grooving. So, Imp the Great. What does Imp the Great mean?
My name was, I started out as Imperator of Rom, and Imperator means commander. So I looked at it as supreme ruler. So I looked at it back then as the supreme ruler of rap. But over the years, everybody just was like, "What's up, Imp? What's up, Imp?" So it just went to Imp. So I just said, let me add a little bit. Imp sound kind of neat, a little something else on it. So I made it Imp the Great. But you can call me Imp. Like I said, yeah, but you can call me Imp.
Yeah, I got the same vibes. You know what I'm saying? I go by Forever, and I felt the same way. I'm like, okay, Forever needs a little something, and I am a realist. So that's why I did Forever the Realist. But, hey, that's what it is. It's always more to the name. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, what inspired you to jump into rap? What was it? Because I know that doing some reading on you, you spoke of your brother DJ Flame. And I know that DJ Flame was someone who inspired you. What was it about that whole dynamic that made you want to just put them lyrics down in the town.
Okay, you're very true. My brother, I'm from New York. I had an abusive father. I ran away to Baltimore. So around I'm an old guy. So around 1979 or something like that, my brother came to Baltimore from New York, and I was sitting with my friend Nookie. What's up, Nookie, in Baltimore? And we were sitting on the stoop. Yeah, we sitting on the stoop, and I see my brother on top of my grandfather's truck just moving around, and he started drawing a crowd, and I'm like, what the hell going on? So we went over there, and he was rapping, and rap wasn't even on the radio in Baltimore at that time in like '79. So when he got off, I was like, man, what's that? And he's like, it's rap. That's what we do in New York. So before he went back home, which was maybe 2 days later, I kept getting him to say his rhymes, and so by the time he left, I had memorized his rhymes. So I started off biting my brother, and from there I start writing, and I haven't stopped since.
Dang, what a blessing. What a positive role model. Someone who make you, do these things and push the limits. You know what I'm saying? So the first album that you came out with was Old School Vibes. And I mean, wow, because your girl was born in 85. And what year was this out?
that was probably like 88. That was like 88. Yeah, that was about 88.
3, 4.
Yeah, that's about 1988. Yeah.
So what's up with Old School Vibes? What was that about?
Oh, that was basically like a collection of songs I had done, I had made over the years, and I just put them together and just called it that. But since then, I put out I've probably recorded 1,000 songs. I recorded numerous artists. My son Creepy Fingers. I got Patterson Park, which is my nephew in Baltimore. I got numerous artists I produced from Los Angeles. I've worked with artists in Baton Rouge, all across the country. So I've done a lot of stuff. And right now, my Rappers Over 30 podcast. I don't know if you was gonna get to that. You probably was.
Oh, of course. I got an order to this. We got to build it on up. You know what I mean? We got to know the history.
So let me get back to your Old School Vibes. I had a friend, and he was in Inglewood, and he had a studio, and actually Battle Cat lived a couple of blocks from him. So Battle Cat actually produced a couple of tracks. So I guess a little bit about how, but Battle Cat was a little bit younger than me. So Battle Cat had produced. I had a song called Groovin', which I used to perform for K-Day. I was like one of their go-to MCs, and I actually performed with a lighter shade of brown. And I mentioned this on my last podcast episode with Jism. What's up, Jism? But I had let it be known that I was always performing my song Groovin', and lighter shade of brown. They would do shows with me too, and Shiro. But they didn't have that song out back then. But I guess they liked my song Groovin' so much they went in and did they Groovin' on a Sunday afternoon with Shiro.
Groovin'. Yeah. Come on.
Groovin' was my rap song was produced by Battle Cat, and actually Wiz Wonder actually was the initial producer of that. But Battle Cat had that SB 1200, and he made it jump off the charts,
Dang, amazing. Amazing. See, this is why I like to dive into history. You know what I'm saying? I got to dive in because, we got to know like what built all of this. Like, who exactly is this and why and what is to come? You know what I mean? So I also know that you have battled one of the greatest of the great. I mean, I'm saying someone that I was very, very, very into coming up because of the different kind of flow, right? So who did you battle in the 1992 Rap Olympics?
It was 1997 Rap Olympics.
1997.
And I believe it was a place. I think it was the Proud Bird. I can't remember the name of the city it was in, but it was the Proud Bird. And I had went to I'm from the Good Life. I'm from the Good Life in the Project Globe. All of the Project Globe, Mike and I's from Project Globe, but all of the Project Globe cats went to the radio to the Wake Up Show to do something on a Wake Up Show, and I was still at the Project Globe, and all of these cats came in. This lady named Wendy Day brought a lot of rappers out here to battle at this thing, and I guess they were just coming through to the Project Globe to see or whatever. And so I spit a couple of rhymes to them, but I wasn't even in the battle initially.
So late on that night when I went to the battle, I'm there having a drink or whatever, and they was calling some rapper. They said going once, going twice, and I was like, fuck it, here I am. And I wasn't even supposed to have been in a battle. So I got up there and I beat like maybe 3 people first. Then I battled Eminem. And when he came out, when Eminem first came out, he came out on me, and he was, I've always been old school. So he was saying some of KRS-One lines. He flipped it up a little bit, but he was like, so and so and so is down with me, and so is down with me. So he was taking some of KRS-One, flipping it into something different. So my opening line was, I said, first of all, white boy, before you come in here, you're going to have to get a whole lot darker. And the crowd just went crazy. So I started doing my So I did my thing. They declared me, they said I had beat him, so they put me back. Otherwise, I don't know if you're familiar with Otherwise, but they put me back there with Otherwise, and he's from the Project Load too. So we giving each other 5, saying, we the finalists. And in my mind, while I'm shaking his hand, I'm thinking what I'm gonna say about him. But Wendy Day is powerful, and she helped out so many artists. So I'm not saying anything negative whatsoever about her, but she felt some kind of way about what I said in my battle. So she thought I was being racist. And she said, why'd you have to go to the race car? Why'd you have to go to the race car? And I said, I would say something to make the people laugh. But Eminem was cool, and he actually gave me a cassette, But anyway, she went and did what she did, and they called us out and said, you guys got to battle again. I'm like, well, I already beat him. Why I got to battle him again? But we battled again. They declared him the winner, and he went on to the finals. So we actually went 1-1. And then he went to the finals, and then Otherwise ended up beating him. But yeah, that was and when I took that tape home and played it, I said, this dude is sick. Mind you, this is before the West Coast, and he probably had heard him.
Yes.
And I took that home, and my wife was like, she was like, turn that off. What is this that you playing? Because he was talking about killing his wife, and I was like, this dude is sick, So yeah, that's what happened. I mean, that's part of that's part of my motivation, because being an independent artist is tough sometimes, because you don't get the support you want or whatever, and and sometimes it can make self-doubt. But I always tell myself, I said, if I've won 1 round out of 2 rounds with somebody who some people consider one of the greatest MCs of all time, then I think that says a lot for me. So I mean, that's part of what keeps me going. It's not a part, but it is part of it that made me say, who else can say they went in a battle with Eminem and won a round against him? Not too many
people. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? That is huge. Oh my goodness, humongous. So like, what can you say? I mean, from hip hop back then to hip hop now, what is one of the biggest things that have changed that, sticks with you?
Back in the day when I first started going to the studio, the tape that you had to record on costed $400. I've always been in the street, so I had a deal to get it for $200. The tape, it was if you wanted to record on that, was. I mean, back then, studio time might have been $75. So anybody wasn't just in rap then. To have to go in the studio if you wanted to record your thing. I mean, you had rappers in the streets, few rappers. It wasn't so many rappers. It was a time in LA when I could get in almost any club just on New York and New York. They let me like, oh, he's a rapper. But so the technology changed, and I guess the amount by the technology changing, it enabled everybody to be a producer, everybody to have a record label, everybody to be able to record their own song. So it's a curse and a blessing. So I ain't gonna take nothing away from new school or the old school. I just tell everybody, keep doing your thing, try to be original, keep thinking outside the box, keep creating, stay in shape, stay healthy, and that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day,
cranberry juice and
what you got? Some cranberry juice and what?
I bought this. I don't drink that much. I bought this thing months ago. It's called it's white cranberry, but I mix it with some cranberry juice. White cranberry vodka, Skinny Girl, something like that. And I just bought it for some event and I never did drink it. But I said, let me have a drink.
Yes, because that is the way to go. It's Mayhem Monday, stuck at a green light. Cheers to you. Cheers to you. What it do? I got, like, what can y'all guess? What's in my glass? Can somebody put it in the comments? If you know what's in my glass and you tell it the right way, you're going to win a free
It look like
piece
wine.
Moscato. You get a free piece of jewelry.
No.
Cheers to you. Amen.
I guess it.
You did.
That's what you drinking?
Yes. Days are just written all over my face. It's all good.
When you've been around a while, you just know some things.
Yeah.
I said when you've been around a while, you know some things.
Man, you a ladies man. But married.
Oh no, I'm not. That's just a song.
I know. Right. The jokes is real. You know what I'm saying? Because, when we express in our music, a lot of people, it's expression and creativity. You know what I'm saying? So, there's some truth there somewhere under there, up in that music, you dig? Hey, Kimberly, what's up? Love you, Devin. So proud of you. Thank you, Kimberly, for coming in cyberspace with your girl. Enjoy, share if you care, and join the conversation. Yes, indeed. So, I want to just, dive into the indie record label. And then I want to go into how did you do a complete flip to filmmaking?
I started my record label in 1999. I was working with another brother, and he helped out a lot with a lot of things. And I've always been really outgoing. So what he actually told me was, you're doing too much. So he had a record label. It was called Piranha Records, and he had gave a contest. I was in a print shop one day, and I heard somebody came in and said, "Hey man, this guy's having a rap contest. He's looking for some rappers." And somebody said, "Well, this guy right here raps." He said, "Well, yeah, come up to Hollywood." Anyway, I went up to it might have been about 20 rappers, and he just had playing beat, I freestyle rhyme. So at the end of the night, he said, "All right, you guys go home, whoever we decide to work with." And his name was Freddie Fred. So Freddie Fred ended up calling me, and he had judges picked out of everybody that they said it should be that who he produced. So we start working on an album. At first it was going to be called Kingdom Come, but King T ended up coming out with an album called Kingdom Come. So I switched the name. But anyway, me and Fred ended up falling out because once the ball got to rolling, I was making T-shirts. I was putting concerts together. I was doing a lot of stuff, and he told me I was doing too much. He said, "Man, the record label was like, well, until the record label get here, I'm gonna keep doing it." And he was like, "Well, this is not the way I want to do it." So we parted ways. At that point, I started my company, By Any Means Music, because I've always been political and stuff. So I started BAM, By Any Means Music, and that was 1999. So you asked me about the label, and what was you said how did I go to film?
Yes, to become a filmmaker.
Well,
filming. What is it? Streaming video on demand?
Yeah, I have my own streaming video on demand channel. It's from rap. No, I'm sorry. It's from rap to film.com.
You was breaking up when you said that. Can you say that one more time? Because the technical difficulties is happening. And I just want you to say that again because it was not clear.
Okay, and I'm gonna close some stuff in the background here because maybe all this stuff I got open is screwing up with something too. So it's my website, my film channel is from raptofilm.com. It's $29.99 a year. It's my own independent streaming video on demand channel. I have a documentary that I produce. I have a 4-episode series of something I call The Dupes is on there. I have some music videos. I have a cooking show, also cook. So I got some gumbo on there. I got some steaks, some shrimp. I got Mediterranean food. I'm just showing different people how to cook certain recipes that I do. I have some underground rap footage from different events I might have thrown. I used to give something called Antelope Valley Garage Band, and people thought it was a concert, but we were actually doing that in a 2-car garage. right now, the latest film I'm working on is called Evil Justice. And you know, I want to shout out Andrew Dominguez, Ashley Rodriguez, Kevin Cameron, CC Strong, Laurie Boyer, myself, Tracy Laws, everybody that's helping with this film. And it's basically a guy who inherits a house where he buys a real estate property, but is cursed, and he has to feed this hole in the backyard 3 bodies, or else he'll die. But the opening line is, if you had the choice to kill or be killed, what would you do? So that's what we're working on. We're gonna start shooting that Saturday. And I got in the film because I had to diversify. The music wasn't really working for me, and I, you know, I'm a hustler. So I'm like, I got to do something else, but I want to do something that I love. And so since I write stories and music anyway, it wasn't too hard to write scripts. So I started doing that. But what we got to understand, the problem that I keep running into is people don't understand. They, for some reason, a lot of people just like to stick with Facebook, Instagram. We got to step off and say, this artist has his own platform. So, you know, from rap to film, that's my platform. It's just $29 a year. You know, I also had my website. So when you find an artist, like sometimes people will say they can't, oh, I'm sick of the music today. Today, you should be able to find any music you want to find. You just got to look for that type of music and them artists. And you know, and if they're not on the radio or they're not there, you can still hear them. If you really want to listen to them, support them and hear them out. So if you want to see some independent film, or if you want to support me overall as an artist, as a filmmaker, you know, as a Black man who care about Black people, who want to give back to the Black community, then, you know, support what I got going on.
Absolutely. And that's what it's about, each other, like supporting each other, you know, putting each other on our platforms and everything. And, you know, just staying consistent and keep doing it. You know what I mean? Keep getting it. That's what it's about. Yes. And I always stress that the most, like with Stuck at a Green Light. Stuck at a Green Light is new. But it's been doing really, really well. And what makes Stuck at a Green Light well is the consistency. And not only that, the footwork. But we're going to have to go off record and really talk about the different platforms of podcasting and the different platforms of, you know, getting yourself out there and things of that nature, because you hit a very valid point that, you know, it's so easy for us to be stuck in a box when there's so many other sources of information, resources, outlets, platforms that us up and coming and those who are here or there, you know, can utilize, right? So, I mean, it's all about research. I always encourage the viewers and everyone to research, okay? So, you know, I had the pleasure of being on your wonderful, wonderful, wonderful podcast titled Rappers Over 30. And no, I wasn't ashamed to say my age and who I am and what I do, because this is all experience sitting right here. You know what I'm saying? And I get finer with time like wine. You feel me? So let's dive into the juice. Let's go into the Rappers Over 30 podcast.
Rappers Over 30 podcast, I started that because I've seen people, whether they be a producer or a rapper, who get frustrated with what's going on nowadays, and they'll say, oh, the music is whack, I'm quitting. Or they'll say, you know, all these rappers, this is what they want to hear nowadays, so I'm quitting. And they be really good. And I said, you know what, you can't stop. That's what I'm listening to. So I said, let me make a platform that supports, you know, rappers over 30. More so, I want to support more. My goal is mostly to support the ones that played but never really got paid, the ones who deserve a chance, the ones who are really talented, but maybe they didn't know how to market and promote, you know, because as artists, the game went from, you know, you're an artist, but to make it nowadays, you got to know how to promote, market, design web. So it just takes so much to really make it, because it's the game is so flooded, and you're competing against people who's, who got millions of dollars behind him. I just watched what's the guy name? He's a rapper. He just put up something it's on Vlad. And he said you need $250,000 to $1 million to break a record. We don't have that kind of money. So I'm saying I just got a platform. I think if you dope, I want to interview you, just like you interviewing me. Tell your story. Let's share your music, and hopefully the people get behind you because the music is dope. And you paid your dues. Like I say, you paid, but you didn't necessarily get paid like you're supposed to do. And then at the same time, then you got other people that try to drive you out of the game. They saying if you over 30, you too old. Let the young people do their thing. And I don't really see how can a guy or a girl just because they're over 30, how are they stopping anybody from doing what they want to do? I don't believe in that. I don't think if you're older and you're rapping, you're hindering anybody. Do what you're gonna do. Let me do my art and let the people choose if they fucking with it or not. That's the bottom line,
Absolutely.
So podcast is doing good. I started in November. It's really growing. It's really, really growing. And I'm not getting the support I want. I ask people to make a donation, but I'm definitely getting people calling me all the time and emailing, man, the podcast is dope. Da 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 da. My biggest fan base is weird because it's in India. So like about 60% of my audience is in India. But it's growing every day. So we get about, right now I'm averaging down and listen. So that's the small. If you podcast getting a thing, but November, once again, you have to know how to market and promote what you when I have a man.
Technical difficulties again, Imp. You know what I'm saying?
I can hear. I hear everything.
Okay, that's what's up. Hey, Tasha says, so true. Absolutely. Yes, the people is listening. The people is watching. And I just want to make sure, everything is clear and understanding when we're diving into rappers over 30, because I know that I was one of those individuals. I was kind of stuck at a green light doing my craft because I thought I was too old and now I got a baby and this and that. But I remember when I was younger, I used to always be like, okay, what am I going to write about? Whatever. Like, if I don't go through nothing, you know what I'm saying? So it's all experience right here. I feel like, the stereotypes and stuff, like I say, need to be broken down. I love how Rappers Over 30 is focusing on, our community, the Black and Brown community, is also focusing on, health and promoting and those things. So what you're doing, oh my God, like I applaud you majorly. It's something that was very vital that we needed. And you did that.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And I kind of forgot that. Yeah, the podcast, it's rappersover30.com. It's on all major podcast apps, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, you name it. And the ongoing topics, the format is I'll play some music from the artist I'm gonna interview. I always try it's staying healthy, so not healthiness. It's music, understand and learn the music business, and it's killing Willie Lynch syndrome.
Killing Willie Lynch syndrome. That's what made me really excited to be on the show, because that is definitely what both of our shows got in common. Yes, indeed. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Moving forward.
The thing I've on my last show, I used to question myself because we have hip hop is the found myself doing was when I would have on myself not seeing the Killing Willie Lynch syndrome, and other people partake in Black culture and they love Black culture and they partake in this music and this hip hop, then I think they are partly, they should contribute to the success of the Black community. So the last recent podcast I had, I kind of addressed that, whereas I said, if you love Black culture and you love Black community, Black people, then you too should support Black business, because we spend our Black dollars every single day in supermarkets, gas stations, Walmarts. But ask yourself, like I say, how many of those people are Black? So I'm asking some of these people that's in the culture of hip hop, that's non-Black, to find a way to support a Black business also. Because I go hard on our people. I tell us in a minute, we are our own worst enemy. But at the same time, when other people come on my podcast now, I'm not going to get them a pass. I'm going to ask them, are you supporting Black business? And if not, why not? Don't there's no excuse. Find the internet. You scared to go to the hood? Find the internet. You go to the hood for a rap concert, or you do this. Support. We have, we need the money, because me, the money goes on because somebody trying to get. So if we got businesses being built and people supporting businesses, free. If a guy don't work or daddy got business don't work, now his little focus, I'm gonna go hustle. Might end up getting supporting Black business is very important from the community.
Yeah, it's very important in our community. It is vital, and do your research, folks. Research these businesses, support. Don't be so judgmental. Don't fall into, the stereotypes and everything of that nature. Accept what is to be accepted. And not only that, I also had a show about Black businesses, about sometimes those businesses don't sell, what I want. There are businesses out there. There are your fellow neighbors, especially now with, the pandemic. And a lot of people are starting their own businesses. You can support something. You know what I'm saying? Just to support and get out of just the selfishness of it all. You know what I mean? I think just any kind of support of that nature, even promotion, is vital and helpful when it comes down to our growth. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to supporting Black businesses. So I concur. Yes. I concur. So I want to dive into the topic of the night. Huh? What you say, Imp?
Oh, go ahead. I was just saying thank you. I'm glad we on the same page with that. Thank you so much. Amen. And I want to shout out everybody who in the house. We got Terrell, we got Tasha, we got who is this? Ajan. Did I say it? I said it. Must have said it wrong. We got Kimberly.
Welcome.
Yeah. Thank you. And you know what? They must be your friends, because I don't see now one of my friends on here. And now I sent the link thing out. So that's sad. And that's been my biggest thing, is people always people say only God. Imp's the only guy I'm the hell and buy you lunch. So you this good stuff, but where's the support at? Rappers over but like I said, I've sent this thing out for logging on his. I applaud y'all. Y'all should. I applaud y'all. In some reason, say
if you super breaking up, and I want to really hear what you got to say. I'm gonna test something right now. I'm gonna see if I take you off stream and bring you back on, would your connection be better? Because what you're saying definitely needs to be heard. I don't trip if the screen freezes and I can hear you, but I get some type of way when I can't hear you too. So I'm going to test it out and see. Oh, yes, you guys. Imp is up in cyberspace with your girl Forever the Realist, and he is just telling it like it is. You know what I'm saying? That is what Stuck at a Green Light is about. You know what I'm saying? It is about that. It's about looking at our culture in the mirror, reflecting on how we move with each other, supporting one another. You know what I'm saying? That is something that's super vital. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go ahead and bring him back up, and let's see what it be. Hey, much better, Imp.
Okay, you can hear me?
Yes. Okay, so can you dive into the juice when we're talking about supporting one another?
I'm a dive into the juice, but I only got 13 minutes because I got a Zoom interview with my film crew and cast on this film we're doing. So what I was saying was, one thing I said was I had a friend and he told me, he said, Imp is the only guy I know that'll come and help you and buy you lunch, you know. And then I also said I had a verse in my song where I say to cheer me on doesn't mean you failed. For some reason, I think a lot of our people think, like I said, if they shouting you out, or if they're plugging you, if they're supporting your business, they're hurting themselves. You know, we got enough stuff going against us to keep on doing this to our own selves. And like I told somebody earlier, I said, you know, everybody, I learned this from my wife. She said, she used it she says it's a pet peeve. We all got something about us that's not the coolest thing, that somebody be like, you know what? I don't like him because of this. Or I don't like her because of that. But look at all this other stuff that's against us. So if you can get goddamn an 85%, 87 out of somebody that's good, your people, I mean, they ain't doing you dirty, but you know, with me, my issue with a lot of people, they'll say, oh, he's too commanding. My father was a sergeant in the military, you know, and yeah, maybe that rubbed off on me the wrong way. But we all have something about us that ain't probably the coolest thing, but we can't stop that from letting us work together. We got to bite our tongue, swallow that pill, because guess what? Each one of us got a little bullshit in our own shit. You know, so we gotta start supporting each other and realize that, like I say, to cheer you on doesn't mean I fail. You know,
Amen.
So shout out to the pop.
That's what's up, man. Tasha said, "We your friend, Imp. This is what it's about. This is the community. This is stuck at a green light. This is why I do what I do." Mm-hmm. Yes. And then Tasha says, "I'm learning to show up, even if they don't." I want to give a shout out to Tasha. You know, she got Tasha hot bling, and I'm actually wearing Tasha's hot bling tonight. You see? Yes, indeed. So shout out to my girl, Tasha. You know, check out Tasha hot bling, that she's on my team, and you better know it. Amen. And yes, Kimberly got the emojis popping. Hey, Kim. Kim got the emojis popping. So it's all love over here. You know what I'm saying, Imp? All love, positive vibes, and manifestations. But before you go, it's two things. I want to know, what is your view on the COVID-19 vaccines? And the last and finale question is, describe a time when you were stuck at a green light, meaning, you know, that green light is those opportunities. You know what I'm saying? That green light is the moments that you know, could have taken advantage of, but it's something that happened that, you know, kind of stopped you from getting to where you're going. And you have such massive history in the industry, yet you still knocking down stereotypes. You still knocking it down, and you still coming out with your businesses, with your projects. So a quick little, you know, describe a green light moment, and how did you react, and what is the outcome?
Okay, I hope it's a good answer. I know is you might not get one, but if you ride it out with somebody, you know, you'll get something like that. Sometimes I was saying you might not get what you want when you want it from someone. So you might want something from them, and they tell you no, and you just be like, you know what, fuck them then. You know, fuck them. I ain't fucking with them. No. You know, but so here's the story. A long time ago, I had my website up, and I had produced an artist named Big Flossy. You probably know Flossy because he's what's his name, cousin. He's what's the boy, the rapper down there, cousin. You had mentioned that guy now. He's his cousin. One of the guys you deal with, he's his cousin. But Big Flossy, I had produced him first album. I can't think of the guy's name right now. But anyway, the guy, somebody called me from my website, and he wanted to use the song, one of Flossy's songs, on Robbery Homicide Division, Los Angeles Robbery Homicide Division. And I'm like, cool. So he's like, yeah, we're gonna use the song. So the guy calls me maybe 2 weeks later. Now that, you know, and this was gonna be licensing money. I'm gonna be getting money, and Flossy get money for this. So he calls me 2 weeks later, say, look, Steven, I found something better. And but call me, call me once or twice a month just to say what's up. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna call you once or twice a month. When we hung up the phone, I'm like, fuck that fool. He lied. He told me he's gonna use my song, and he didn't use the song. He told me he's gonna use Flaw. He didn't use. I never called the guy again, right? A couple of months later, the movie Gladiator came out, and I'm reading the credits because I've always read credits in films. And guess whose name I see? I see the guy's name. He's the music supervisor. Now, mind you, this is 3-4 months later. I pick up the phone then, and I try to call him. I can't reach him now. So the thing I learned from that was, like I said, even if you don't get what you want from someone today, if it's a business opportunity, if it's a friend, you can't get everything you want from someone when you want it. So if that, like that guy told me, if I would have kept that relationship with that man and kept calling him, even though that didn't work out, you never know what would have helped happen today. So what your business is, when you're doing business, if you call somebody and you're trying to get a deal, or if they promise you, hey, I'm gonna buy, you said Tasha was the jury, hey Tasha, we're gonna buy 100 pieces of jewelry from you next week, and then he calls and say, you know what, it didn't work out. Don't get upset. Just say thank you, whatever, and stay in contact. Make a list of people who you plan on doing business, and call those people, I would say, once a month, just to say hello. Say, hey, what's going on? Just nothing.
So
just
true.
Say hi. Just say what's. Yeah. So that's what I would say. I hope that answered your question. I got about 6 more minutes, and then I got to get on this Zoom meeting.
6 minutes, but you know what is so
but I love Dougie Fred on.
Oh goodness, Kimberly is saying, Imp, great advice, because I want it now. So it's like, you touching people, even if it's one person. I'm an educator, and I always say, and my babies is 4 to 5, and I always say, as long as I touch one person, I did my due diligence today. If I said it wrong, please correct me in the comments. Be cute. All right, now. All right, Imp. So first of all, I just want to thank you for coming into the cyberspace, stuck at a green light with your girl forever. It was such a pleasure having you. And before you leave, we are going to be discussing the vaccine, the COVID-19 vaccine.
Okay.
And I just want to know, what are your views, or what are your thoughts on this COVID-19 vaccine? Let's just put it like that.
Well, I'm still a little hesitant about it. A lot of people are hesitant, and a lot of older people are hesitant because of the Tuskegee Experiments. And for those who don't know what they did with the Tuskegee Experiments, the United States, what they did was black men who had syphilis, they wasn't curing them. They was faking like they was gonna cure them or whatever, but they wasn't curing them, and people died or whatever. It created a thing of trust where you can't trust. I would say if I might be about 10 degrees now from 0 to 100. I might be about 10 degrees, because I obviously people are warming up now because some people have taken a shot, and they ain't just dropped. It's still a lot. It's just a lot of different things that's going on with it, and they made it quick, so it's a lot of concern with it on the bright side of the form. So so I'm not rushing to take it. I talked to a friend today, and he had COVID, and I was telling him, I said, yeah, a few months ago, it just seemed like if I walked up the steps, I was out of air. He said, you had it, but I don't know. I said, well, I ain't never lose my taste bud or my smell or nothing, but he said you had it. But back to the vaccine, I don't see me taking it. I really don't. I don't. At the same time, I'm gonna keep my safe distance from people. Even when this thing is over, I'm gonna keep my mask on, because by me not taking it, I don't know nobody around me breathing and sneezing and coughing and stuff. So we're gonna be very safe with shooting my film. So that's I just kind of feel that way about it. I don't, I'm glad they got it. People are taking it. Hopefully it does work. Hopefully 10 years down the line, they're not saying if you took the COVID vaccine, then call something because you deserve a royalty payment in the suitcase, you know. So who knows what's gonna happen? I hope I hope that's not the case, you know.
Well, we shall see. You know, I don't know. Like you said, the history of experimenting with people, and it's like, are we, you know, risking being unhealthy because it's hard to trust the government? Like, how do you trust the government when they have done so many things? I was just looking at snowfall, and I was just thinking about the vaccine, looking at snowfall. Those of you who know snowfall, holler at me in the comments. You know what I'm saying? And just the whole dynamic of the government bringing in these drugs. It's all business, you know, even with the vaccines and the pharmacy and all this stuff that you're prescribed. I don't know. I do think it's a part of the game. And it is difficult. Or is this something that is really saving lives? You know what I mean? The clock is there.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Right, you know what? You have a wonderful and blessed night. You keep them cameras rolling, okay? And keep it popping non-stop.
You know what? Let me do this for you. Do me a favor. Anybody who joined your podcast tonight, send them my Maintenance Man song. And if they want to give me their email, if you send me a thing with emails, I'll send everybody some complimentary screeners where they could watch some different films. So if you send me, I'll send everybody a couple of things to see the 4 episodes of the Dude. I'll send them something to see me cooking, and I'll send them a couple of things. So thank you guys for tuning in. I gotta go because I gotta get this thing going. Thank you, but send them to Maintenance Man, and I'll talk to you later. I'll give you a call back. Thank you guys. Yes. Bye-bye.
Thank you, and blessings and positive vibes. Get it? That's what it do. That's what it do. Yeah, stuck at a green light is definitely what it is, okay? We are knocking down stereotypes. We are opening up as a community, and we are talking about these things that are, you know, being discussed amongst us. You know what I'm saying? And the COVID-19 vaccine is one of them. Okay, so I'm going to dive into the juice with this whole COVID-19 vaccine. Okay, so, you know, Imp brought up a great point of the Tuskegee experiment. And I want, you know, I'm always promoting for everyone to do your research. Research these things that we're talking about. Research the vaccine. Okay, because from my understanding, I know that there are 3. And if there's more, you could put it in the comments. But I'm going to discuss 3 vaccines, okay? So the first vaccine that I'm going to, you know, just touch on is the Pfizer, okay? 2 shots, 21 days apart. Okay, so my beef with this is why 2 shots, why 21 days apart? What is this stuff? And why do I have to take 2 shots? Okay, there are so many more questions than what is being presented, you know, on the media, on the news, or even with your own doctor. I know that it's more pressure to get it more than the questions are being answered. Okay, so you got the Pfizer. This is what it is at the bottom of the screen. I encourage everyone to do your research. Do your research before actually, you know, rushing, you know, doing with, and don't look at my nails, y'all. Damn it, I tried to hide it. But yeah. Anyway. So yes, do your research. So this is one of the vaccines that are out there for you all to utilize. And you know, like my main thing is do your research. Okay, do your research. The next one is the Moderna. Okay, the Moderna is 2 shots, 28 days apart. Okay. All right. So that's that. All right. So you have the Moderna. And I know that, you know, doing my research on the topic, a lot of people were saying that, you know, Pfizer was it. You know, that was the it way to go. But what's up with all these choices? What's up with all these choices? I don't know. And then you have the famous Johnson and Johnson. Okay, one shot. Okay, so where they messed up for me is the pause. Okay, so you already an individual, you already of melanated skin tone. Now you have people, family, friends, co-workers. Oh, I took Johnson and Johnson. I took Johnson. I mean, I believe it's best to do what's best for your health. I do. I know if it was me who had decided to take Johnson Johnson, and it's only one shot. So who wants to deal with multiple shots? Of course, the Johnson and Johnson is going to be the shot to go with, and for that shot to be paused, it just really confirms my fears of the vaccine. I'm open to it, of course. And I'm just one of those individuals that I just got to watch. So I'm sorry to say, but I am going to say, those of you who are jumping into the water, I can dig it. I know you want to do what's best for your health, but at the same time, I will be watching. Okay. I will be watching and just seeing the effects of this vaccine, probably for a year or two. Maybe, but for now, I'm just trying to stay healthy, keep my mask on, wash my hands, the same thing now. I mean, I'm an educator, all right? That's what we deal with on a daily. My babies is 2 to 5 years old, okay? All we do as educators is look at blood pathogen videos, disease transmission, right? Diseases have always been diseases, okay? They just been there. You got so many. I'm not even about to dive into that juice, okay? But, we talk about this like this is the first disease, you know what I'm saying? And no, without AIDS, I'm more scared of AIDS than COVID. Like, can you give me some type of AIDS vaccine? Can you give me some type of cancer vaccine? Come on, what is it about this COVID that it was so easy to come up with this? And here is another thing with me. Yes, Tasha is saying faith over fear. Amen. Faith over fear. I do believe that it is some type of fear tactic that's going on here. When you look at 9/11, I don't trust the government. I don't. Why should I? Why should I? Leave it in the comments. Okay, so I'm still skeptical. What y'all giving us all this money for? What's really going on? Why? What's to come? Faith over fear. Walk by faith, not by sight. Okay. Diseases have been around, and how many people? Okay, we ain't gonna play 10 fingers, but how many people done had unprotected sex? How many people done shared a soda? How many people? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, hey, it is what it is. I feel like COVID is another form of the flu. I'm not saying it's fake, but the flu always advances. I think it's just, something of that nature. And then the correlation between the timing of COVID and this whole 5G. All these towers that look like little spaceships on a pole, is around us everywhere. And you have to understand that a lot of, the head honchos of every country is in on New World Order. Please, people, I'm just saying, do your research, but don't be no fool. Still follow protocol. Still wash your hands, wear your mask, and please, 6 feet. Okay, those are all blessings, by the way, because I love the 6 feet distance. I love the lack of a lot of people in one place. I love the mask. It's just enjoyment. Seeing somebody make my drinks or fix my food and they have a mask on. There is a lot of blessings that came with this whole pandemic, but then there were a lot of devastating things that have occurred with loss of jobs, illness, death, So with all these things being said, just really sit back and think, is everything making sense or not? Because from what I know, people have always been in some type of demise due to these diseases and stuff that has been around for years. So now the same cold that I have gotten when I was like a baby to 30 dot dot dot. Now I think it's COVID. Oh my God, COVID, COVID, COVID. Fear is definitely an attack mechanism. I feel like there is so much more beneath the surface that we do not know about before we jump into these things like asymptomatic. What is that? If I don't feel sick, I'm not. You're not going to tell me I'm sick and I'm not, but you're asymptomatic. I don't know. Numbers, numbers, numbers. So, what is this vaccine? Okay. I don't know. And I bet you don't know. And a lot of things that we do put in our body, we don't know. So now that this is a concern, this is a great time to research everything that we put in our body, from food to water to everything. Okay. So, yes, Kimberly is saying, I'm waiting to see how all this turns out. I am feeling you, Kim, because I am doing the same thing. I'm not knocking anybody who's doing it. I wish you well. I wish you luck. Those who, have fear of doing it, I wish you well. I wish you luck. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we all don't know. We got to walk by faith and not by sight. So, yes, thank you for joining your girl forever on Stuck at a Green Light tonight. It definitely went down, okay? Yes, I'm pulling up the wrong banners, but this is live and this is how it goes. And I'm about to just show it all. Show it all. But if you look at the bottom of the screen, it is definitely breaking news. The news is breaking. And no, that Stuck at a Green Light channel is new. And I need the help from you to subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. I'm about to have some heavy hitters on the show. You just don't know. And I'm not saying nada. Ow! But anyway, it is definitely going down. Breaking news, YouTube channel, Stuck at a Green Light. Please subscribe. Yes, indeed. And yes, visit www.foreverglitterbox.com. Check out some fabulous, fabulous paparazzi accessories, okay? $5 each to look fab. Not only that, music is available from moi, and past shows from Stuck at a Green Light is definitely, definitely there. Okay. So before I call it the night, I'm going to share my screen. Okay. And I want to show just a little something, something from the CDC. Okay. So I am definitely going to do that. I'm going to share my screen right about now. COVID-19. So this information is coming from Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Okay, so here is where they explain the different COVID-19 vaccines. It describes how the vaccine works, what you need to know about the vaccine. Is it safe? Is it effective? What are the side effects? And that is another thing. I'm not trying to see what the side effects are. Sorry. And it goes into the Pfizer. It goes into the type of vaccine it is, like an mRNA. And also, you guys, the information and breakdown of these vaccines is found on YouTube and Google. So do that. The Moderna. Okay. Some general information, the Johnson & Johnson. Okay. And it also breaks down what are these types of vaccines, understanding the mRNA, COVID-19 vaccines, and the viral vector vaccines. Okay, so these terms is something that I have not heard not one person say that has gotten the vaccine. But at the end of the day, do your research. Okay, do your research, folks. Do your research. All right. So understanding COVID-19, understanding the vaccines and what they do and how they are actually effective. So, yeah, straight from the CDC. Get it? That's right. So, yes, right now I'm about to give a shout out to the beautiful Shantae Gibson. I had a fabulous time last week. Okay, we was turned up in Vegas. Oh, yes, it went down into Hot Rush Radio and everybody who was just down. Okay, it was great, wonderful vibe. Shout out to CO. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys so much for supporting your girl, liking my performance. You could check out the performance on Facebook. You could check out the performance on Instagram. Your girl put it down in the town. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't playing. So yes, shout out to Shantae Gibson. Hot Rush Radio. I want to give a shout out to Rick Hard. You know what I'm saying? Doing a dang thing. Don't forget to check out 7th and Westlake, Nino's Revenge. Okay, on Tubi and on Amazon Prime. Yes, it is going down in the town. So I just want to thank everybody who came on in and did a drive-by or a like or whatever, and those who stayed, those who commented. I just want to thank you guys so much for being a part of what I'm doing, for believing in what I'm doing enough to to tune in. You know what I'm saying? So check it out. Oh, for sure. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It definitely went down. If you were interested in the show tonight, all past shows are located on the Stuck at a Green Light channel. It's time to turn up. We had a bomb time tonight on Stuck at a Green Light. Hey! This is your girl forever, the realest. Give me the money. Hey! But just enough. Then it's dollars up. Keep her name Isaac. Met him where the strippers at. Now we swinging the sack, bringing tips right back. At 11:45 a.m. Kasuli gotta style my neck. You know I gotta stay dressed to impress. Come on, get it. Stuck at a green light with your girl forever. We don't sit it but the game in a turning lane. You know forever's about to change the game. Get it? Isn't that? Turn up. Stuck in a green light, baby. Well, isn't this video coming soon? Music video. Turned up on Crenshaw Boulevard. Yeah. Get it? What I do? And I thought I only got it, and Cutie didn't. He swallowed all of it. Oh! Gave a light breath. What? Send her straight for the get it. I provided. You need this. Get it. Act like my feelings all meant. Yeah. Doing what you can to get the booty big. Get it big, baby. Isn't that? Hey, you got game? Isn't that funny? This dude give me some money. What? Well, isn't this? Turn up your speakers. Mayhem Monday with your girl. What he had to do? So I called him daddy and he tripped on my Chevy with the chromed out fenders. TVs, no antennas. 60 pounds zipping down Crenshaw Boulevard. Varieties of cute faces, bossing advertised cars. Hey, do your thing. Come on, do your thing. Rep a car club or fit the gang bang. Pop it from this thing or gang from go slang. Go hard on a chick, we'll flip the same game. Get it?
Just to see to make a man what? Personality to proud.
Come on, y'all, party with me over here. Come on.
Isn't it? Isn't that funny? This dude
Hey! Well, isn't this?
Well, isn't this funny?
Come on.
I can use this dummy.
Thinking I love you, hell no.
Give me the
We got game too. Come on, fellas. Y'all don't want to play with us. Hey, y'all don't want to play with the ladies. Get it? Yeah, some feel good music, some game. You know what I'm saying? The girls is doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say thank you to everybody that, tune in, go tell a friend, like, subscribe, share if you care, and it's going down. Like I said, video to Give Me the Money is coming soon, and yeah. So visit foreverglitterbox.com. $5 accessory. Let's support each other. Let's get it, and do your research about these vaccines before it get in between. Holla for that dollar. Do.